Us from the BJP office in Lucknow. Yes, Siddhant.
Well, good morning, Anand. Right now I'm Lucknow headquarters, and today is also Bada Mangal in Lucknow, and Bada Mangal is celebrated on large scale in Lucknow. You will find bhandaras happening all across the city. So, at BJP headquarters, ahead of the results, this Bada Mangal is being celebrated. In fact, you can see ज्येष्ठ मास के द्वितीय बड़े मंगल के शुभ अवसर पर फिर एक बार मोदी सरकार मनोकामना हेतु विशाल भंडारा. And if you have a time, Anand, I can get inside the BJP headquarters and would like to show you the meal that is being prepared ahead of the results on the occasion of Bada Mangal. I would ask my video journalist Vimbadhar to move swiftly, and if you could pan and show it to our viewers, you can see Anand, the Bada Mangal celebration, the Bada Mangal celebration meals are being prepared. भंडारा मील इज बीइंग प्रिपेयर्ड. विल बी स्पीकिंग टू सम पीपल. क्या क्या है भैया आज भंडारे में?
आलू है, प्याज, टमाटर है, कदुआ है.
कदुआ भी है. अच्छा, क्या कब से आप लोग लगे हुए हैं?
रात से लगे हुए. रात से
लगे हुए. तो आज तो रिजल्ट भी आ रहा है.
कितने लोगों के लिए भंडारा
लग रहा है रिजल्ट में?
रिजल्ट में क्या लगा?
हाँ जी,
कितने लोगों के लिए भंडारा?
बीजेपी जीतेगी. कितने लोगों के लिए भंडारा हो रहा है आज यहाँ?
ये कम
10,000 लोगों के लिए है.
10,000
लोगों के लिए. तो ये बीजेपी जीतने वाली इसलिए हो रहा है, बड़ा मंगल है इसलिए हो रहा है?
नहीं, बड़ा मंगल भी उसका सहयोग है, उसी का हो रहा है. बीजेपी जीतेगी तब भी हो रहा है.
वो उधर आनंद, उधर पूड़ियां भी तल रही हैं. मैं बिंबा जी से बोलूंगा दिखाएं. देखिए पूड़ियां, गर्मा गर्म पूड़ियां निकाली जा रही हैं.
दिल्ली से लेके लखनऊ तक पूड़ियां तली जा रही हैं. जैसा मैंने कहा कि दिस मॉर्निंग ब्रेकफास्ट इज नॉट फॉर द कैलोरी कॉन्शियस
पूरा.
बट तुम्हारा गमछा लोग बड़ा अच्छा लग रहा है सिद्धांत. ये इलेक्शन में इसको पक्का कर दिए हो इन गर्मी में. गुड वर्क डन ऑल अराउंड. सही कह रहे हैं आप. ये गमछा इज द ओनली वे टू सर्वाइव इन द हीट एंड एवरीबडी इज lean to it. So the pure cotton सूती गमछा, what a blessing that is. थोड़ा सा गीला करके यहाँ गले के पीछे लगा लीजिए तो आपको लू नहीं लगेगी. So that's a simple nuskha. But yes, counting down on the clock, less than 15 minutes now. Very soon we will try and keep that clock a little more consistent there on our screens just as we count down and get closer. It is just less than about 15 minutes with
so
the
what
clock.
Is it?
And
what number?
There you go. 13 minutes and 20 seconds to go.
If there has to be a surprise, let's get into that conversation. What number do we have to actually focus on? Which part of the screen? Is it going to be the Congress number that we have to constantly keep an eye on if the exit polls are to be proven wrong? The basic conventional theory that is being floated is that the more the Congress gets beyond 100, if it does...
First it has to get to 100.
Yeah, of course. The more it does, as I said, and if it does cross 100, then it becomes problematic for the BJP.
देखिए आपका metric बहुत simple है. उत्तर प्रदेश, if the BJP is leading in more than 55 seats in Uttar Pradesh, the Congress is not getting anywhere, or neither is the INDI alliance getting anywhere closer to the number that they have claimed. What's the first benchmark? Second benchmark is Maharashtra. Out of 48 seats, if the INDI alliance is getting anywhere more than 25 seats, then the BJP will not get to 300 par because they need those numbers. In the south, 131 seats in the south. How much is the Congress going to max out on and the INDI alliance going to max out on? In the south, in these 131 seats, like we've predicted that the BJP gets more than 60 seats, 65 seats, and of course the Coromandel. So, and then you'll add Odisha, 21 seats of Odisha. I think these 5-6 seats, these 5-6 states outside of the BJP bastions, these 5-6 states will determine who's getting closer to the target that they have set for themselves.
The BJP doesn't do that well in Maharashtra. I mean, the NDA doesn't do that well in Maharashtra, but still ends up with a score
but that's what. So the 370 par or 350 par will not happen if the BJP and the NDA don't come to close to 40 seats in Maharashtra. So that is something which is going to be interesting. But if the BJP retains its seats in Maharashtra, then the BJP is getting closer to the 300 mark.
And for the 270, yes.
If I may interrupt, it's becoming like the Congress of the year. You know, that you lose a few seats in some of these problem areas or where you've been stagnating and you get somewhere else. That's what BJP has become in one sense. Like, you know, this large tent where people come in from different parties and then get their vote bank from those parties. And if they're going to lose in Maharashtra, maybe get some in Odisha. You know, if they're losing some in Karnataka or Rajasthan, Rajasthan. Because that's what, I mean, Nistula was in Karnataka, I was there. What we saw out there were people saying that they're not going to get as much as they got in 2019. But the exit polls show something else completely. So if they lose some in Karnataka or in Rajasthan or in Madhya Pradesh, they'll probably get that in West Bengal, in Telangana, in AP. So exactly what used to happen earlier. Some of us who've seen elections of the past, not the new ones, but the elections of the past saw this happening with the Congress.
Let's do one thing. We've got just about 10.5 minutes to go.
For the postal ballot.
Not just for the postal ballots and counting to get underway. I want 2-3 exercises. One is, Zaka, where do you think, which are the states and which are the regions where we need to look at, which could perhaps indicate the swing or sway of the election, direction of the election?
As Smita was saying, what the BJP could lose or is at risk in Maharashtra or in Rajasthan if it makes up in this Coromandel coast. And I'm going to just play out that filter for our viewers. So it's Bengal, they had 18 last time. How far up can they go from 18? Odisha, they had just 8. So there is significant window for the upside. Andhra Pradesh, they had 0. There was no alliance. This time, there's TDP, Jansena and BJP. So anything they get from there, it's 25 seats. Anything they get from Andhra Pradesh is a bonus to the tally of the NDA. Again, in Tamil Nadu, last time they had 0. Anything that the NDA gets or the BJP gets in Tamil Nadu is a bonus. So these 5 states put together is 127 seats, where the BJP could potentially
And
gain.
Zaka, if one were to look at it slightly differently, if the BJP starts doing better, the NDA starts doing better than the 40 it got in phase 1, that means that, even phase 1, even phase by
the
phase, we can
102
start looking
seats,
at this result.
where the last time around they had about
That's
39. And if they get out and if they
So this is
improve
phase
there.
1. The
Phase
NDA
1.
had 47. If you want to see the party breakup of this, again in phase 1 filter. So this was the weakest phase for the BJP. This is where all the talk of low voter turnout and all of that happened.
40. That's
Yeah,
what it
so the
was.
BJP had just 40, right?
Yes.
Even if they get 1 or 2 seats more than 40, then you know that they are moving
And
in the
those
direction
seats will
of...
come from Tamil Nadu.
There are 40 seats in Tamil Nadu,
Yes.
there's a bunch of seats in Madhya Pradesh, the Vidarbha region of Maharashtra, there were 2 seats in Chhattisgarh, a whole bunch of seats, about 10 seats here in the northern part of Rajasthan, which is the Churu, Junjunu, Sikar, that belt. That's something that they are worried about. Western Uttar Pradesh, again, it's going to be big this time because the RLD is with the BJP. So does that offset some of the
They only contested
quote-unquote
60
Jat
last time,
anger?
they've contested 17 more this time. So that is also
Yeah,
something
they've
we'll have
also
to factor
contested
in.
far
The
more
story
seats.
will also be in how much does the Congress retain out of these 15 seats. If the Congress loses ground in phase 1, which is their strong suit.
That's right.
If the DMK loses ground, which is their strong suit. If some of the regional parties lose some ground, which is their strong suit in the first phase, then we have a story in itself that the direction of the election is in one way.
That's right.
But then the story becomes BJP kitne par.
Yes.
303 is the last time around, 303, 310, 320, 330 or little more swing around based on how much they
And
max
the
out in
same
some
can
of
be
the other
also
states.
said about phase 2.
Yeah.
Again, phase 2 is an interesting one because that's where the BJP is looking to retain quite a few.
Quite a few. And
But there is also Kerala.
Kerala.
That comes into the picture, I think, in
Let's
phase
look at
2.
phase 2. This was on the 26th of April. So
Yes.
progressively, as
There
you
you see.
move from phase
Yeah.
phase 1 onwards, it gets better for the BJP. So
That's
40
right.
last time, 52
That's right.
in this phase. Again, southern Rajasthan. This was the phase where the Prime Minister went to Banswara and he said, quota inko de denge, unko
But
de
it's
denge.
crucial phase 2 for the Congress.
He changed
Yeah.
the
18
tone of the
seats, all
election
back
itself
in.
from
Phase 2 was
all
also
back ahead of
when
phase two.
Karnataka voted.
Yes.
Southern part of Karnataka,
Yes.
old Mysore belt voted. Kerala voted in the second phase. Again, in Maharashtra, it was moving from west to east. So parts of Vidarbha, parts of Marathwada voted. Again, in Madhya Pradesh, it was moving west to east. So, the Reva, Panna, that belt voted in the second phase. Again, Western Uttar Pradesh voted in the second phase. And of course, parts of the
Would
northeast.
it be fair to say, Zaka, that the election could be decided by the first 2 phases, direction of the election?
The direction. So
The direction.
generally, if it's moving in a direction, it just gets accentuated further in that
That's
direction
right. There's a
as
domino.
the election moves.
Yeah.
It's at the end of this phase that the Samvidhan Badal Denge
That's right.
and all that
Yeah.
began.
Yeah.
But by then, half of the country had almost voted, right?
Yeah,
Most of it.
it's 102 plus 88.
Yeah.
It's about
And did
So-
it actually
190.
resonate on ground?
We've been talking about BJP numbers. The critical thing is also what the Congress number, how much will they increase by? And for the Congress, this phase 2 is very important.
Yeah.
It's because they got 20 seats in
They
Kerala.
have to have a huge growth in Karnataka if they have
Yeah.
to grow.
Correct.
Madhya Pradesh